Hi, my name is Albert Kunickis. I'm at Northwestern University on the football team, and I play running back. The best advice that I've been given from my coaches and mentors is to honestly just to trust yourself. You know what I mean? Every day, athletes, especially this level, we tend to get in our own heads and we forget all the work that we put in. But honestly, when you remember everything that you've done to get to this point and the countless hours you put in daily, it's just a cool reminder to trust yourself and trust the process, and you'll get to where you strive to be. Some of the most important things I focus on in my training are, as a running back, you need to be able to cut and move into tight spaces, accelerate. So I've been focusing on those areas a lot recently, for sure. And also mastering the fundamentals of the IQ and like actual understanding of the game. I feel like that's a very important aspect as well. That definitely comes with a lot of film, a lot of drawing up the plays, understanding the schemes, and trying to, obviously, I'm an offensive player, trying to understand what the defense is doing. That definitely makes my job a lot easier on the offensive side of the ball. In my unique case, I was born with my right arm that ends at the elbow, so obviously it was very difficult to get recruited at first. My goal was always to play Division I football. Me and my brother, my little brother, and my dad, we went to a bunch of these exposure camps. And from there, I started to get a little bit of attention. I went to these college camps at the actual universities. And I guess when you perform in person and they see what you're capable of doing in person for in their own eyes, that is what, ultimately got me the attention that I wanted. Definitely my footwork and my ability to catch. They were definitely very impressed with those two aspects for sure, because you see a kid like me born with one hand, you know what I mean, that you think, like, is he able to catch? Is he able to run with the football, not fumble, and I guess all the hours that my dad and I practiced catching throughout my childhood paid off. And yeah, I'm around the area, Chicagoland area. We had COVID my junior year, unfortunately, so we didn't have a fall season. We ended up having a spring shortened season, which wasn't ideal, but it still got the job done. Recruitment was a little bit slow during that time period, of course, because it's an abbreviated season, 5 to 6 games. So that summer following that spring season, I needed to go to a bunch of camps to prove myself, and that's what I did. And it was a great opportunity and a great learning experience for me as well. I chose Northwestern because, obviously the academics are phenomenal here. The people are great. It's Chicago's Big Ten team, and obviously a great football program as well to be a part of. So you get the best of both worlds, and it sets you up for life, honestly. If you put in what you need to put in, it'll give back to you, if that makes sense. I truly believe that understanding the other side of the ball could help me flourish as a running back, and that is definitely ideal. In my senior season of high school, I didn't honestly only focus on my responsibilities. I decided to also learn what the receivers were doing, what the quarterback needed to do, obviously the line, the tight ends, whatever, and that helped me have a better season because I knew what was going on everywhere on the field, and college only heightened that. I balance academics with football by honestly just taking it one day at a time. I'm majoring in mechanical engineering here, so it's pretty difficult to balance football and engineering at the same time, but I managed to do it by taking it one day at a time. I tend to focus on football all the way in the morning, of course, football, practice, meetings, lifts, etc. Then I typically devote the majority of the rest of my day to school. And then right before I go to bed, that last hour or two, I get right back into football, a little bit of film, etc. So it's a nice balance for sure. Yeah, so some goals I have for myself in the remainder of my collegiate career, college experience, are to definitely see the field a lot more at running back and a continuation of the special teams play that I've had. And as for school, just to complete my degree and gain the knowledge that I'll need for my professional career. Playing special teams is not what everyone wants to do. You want to play the position you got recruited for, you know what I mean? And with that, in college, you need to understand that being flexible and being able to play in many different positions is it's a very good thing for you. And when you want to win badly and you want to do anything you could to help your team win, you'll be able to kind of engage and dive into the role of wanting to play in special teams, which could ultimately getting you playing time at your position that you were recruited for. It's definitely a great feeling having people look up to you. I was once one of those kids who always looked up to the previous Division I football players that played high school at my high school before me, and I wanted to be like them. And I guess the one thing that I always kept in my mind was just to keep pushing and keep working, and hopefully something will amount from it. Yeah, so the NIL experience for me has been pretty decent so far. Obviously, you always want to strive for more, of course, but I'm definitely grateful and blessed for all the opportunities that I've had so far. If I had to give my younger self advice before, getting to college, before getting into the meat of high school, etc., football-wise would definitely be to honestly join track because, the more you run, the faster you are, and speed kills. I would also tell myself to take the weight room more seriously at a younger age. I was always devoted to the weight room, but at a younger age, be more, I guess, serious with it. And then lastly, I would have told myself to try to understand the game a lot more, if that makes sense, because the game is easier than what it sounds if you break it up into the categories that make sense for you specifically, if that makes sense. My name is Albert Kunickis. I play running back at Northwestern University, football, of course, and you can check me out at Next Level Prep.